One of the things we're always told to do when we're writing our goals, writing our intentions out, visualizing is picture yourself being the person that you wrote about, that you are striving to be. What does she do? How does she act? What does she wear? And I talk about this all the time. But one thing I don't talk about enough is what is the mindset that this individual has, this future version of me? What does she think? Because your thoughts become your reality. That's something to think about when it comes to your journey of getting prepared for 2024. Who do I want to be? But more importantly, how does that individual think? Because I need to start thinking like that person does. I need to start practicing that. Hello, my love. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Lana. I'm so happy to have you. Today, we're diving into part 3 of my series on getting prepared for 2024, your sort of 2023 reset. And in the first one, we talked about visualization, scripting, goal setting, intentions. In the second video, we talked about vision boards and how to create a digital vision board. And I also went over a tutorial on Canva, Be Funky, Instagram, and Freeform. So definitely check that out if you have not. Today, we are talking all about habits, but not in the way you're thinking. As you probably saw in the intro, I'm more talking about the mental habit shifts that I believe are so much more important than any other thing that we do as we go into 2024. Looking at your vision board, reading your goals, writing them down, saying them out loud, they're so important. I'm not taking away from that. However, I'm letting you know that if you don't believe the goals, then it's all going to be for nothing. And I know this because, yes, you can positively brainwash yourself by continuously reading your goals and also coupling that with how am I thinking about things. So when something comes up that normally would hurt you or stir you up or make you think negative, like maybe you start saying to yourself, man, I'm so stupid. Man, I can't believe myself. I'm so dumb. And instead of sitting there and believing it, you think about it, you notice it, you're consciously aware of it. You're like, I just said this, and this. I'm going to switch that around. I'm not dumb. You're not dumb, body. You're not. When you notice yourself start saying things like I'm dumb or I'm stupid or I'm BROKE. I don't like to say that word out loud. But if you say those things, the practice is to start to notice that you're saying those things so that you could switch the thought from that to, no, that's not true. I don't accept that. Maybe you don't have a lot of money in your bank account, but you decide, even though I don't have this money right now, I know more is on the way. I know that I'll be a person who could pay her bills on time or even early and in full. Paying attention to how you're thinking. No, I'm not BROKE. I am abundant. I am blessed. I have overflow. I'm in my season of overflow. I'm a money magnet. Noticing these different thoughts that you have in your head, being consciously aware of these habits, these thoughts, then you could start to tweak them. And when you start to tweak them, amazing things start to happen. I can't tell you, for me, it's so crazy because even when I get into a situation or a time where I feel really down or like depressed, it's so interesting that now I can get out of the funk way faster than I used to. Now I could, think about it like, okay, why are you feeling this way? Feel those feelings, maybe journal about it, maybe talk to myself. Yes, talk to myself. Talk to myself about it. And then I'm able to heal from it and move on. Or sometimes I will come back to it later on. And I think people, if we had this awareness, like we're able to do this, we could tweak so many thoughts in our heads and change them to something better, to something positive, to something uplifting, to something that is in line with the person we want to be. We have to keep exercising our mind muscle. And you do that and you practice that by doing things like meditation and praying. Because when you're meditating and when you're praying, you are in the moment. You are praying, you are thinking about things in the moment. It's about being present with talking to God. It's about, in meditation, it's about being present with your thoughts. And the more you do those two things, the better you get at being consciously aware of what you're thinking. And this is why I've gotten so much better with noticing my thoughts and being able to really quickly tweak them, really quickly replace them with a better thinking thought. That's what my Uncle Michael used to always say. Think a better thinking thought as often as you can. And I know in this world, everything seems negative, but the truth is, how you perceive the world is how you perceive the world. Two different people can go look at a piece of art, and both of them could see the art in two different lights. One might see dark, gloom, and negativity, and the other one sees light, love, and abundance. And it's so interesting to me because they've proven in different, you could look these studies up, where people, they'll put these drawings or these paintings in front of kids or adults, And the people who have a more negative outlook on life or who have experienced a certain level of trauma will see the negative, versus the people who decided to heal or had a positive outlook on life, they saw light. They saw good things from the picture or the painting. All I'm saying is, as you go through this last month and a half of the year, start to think and pay attention to the mindsets, the habits, the mental habits that you have placed in your head and allowed to continue to keep thinking. A lot of these are subconscious until you decide to put them to your conscious level. Like, you're thinking them in the background and you don't even realize you're doing it. But once you decide to start to pay attention to them, you will notice them and you will be able to change them. I can't change the way you think about yourself. That's something you have to do. So I just believe with starting what we can do right now is so much better than not doing anything at all. I don't know about you, but I refuse to be the same person that I was when I came into 2023 going into 2024. Some of us, and maybe even you watching this, maybe you are the same exact person, in the same place that you were in 2023. I mean, in 2022, coming into 2023. And again, don't beat yourself up. I'm saying that noticing that, acknowledging that, being consciously aware of that, and deciding, okay, what thought processes can I adopt right now so that I can be a better version of myself going into 2024? It's the perfect landmark, or the perfect starting line. This is like this is the pre-game, if you want to call it that. I don't know. This is the pre-game. This is the warm-up. Why not get started now? Why not start practicing right now so that you could fall down, make some mistakes so that you're ready for 2024? And you may be pleasantly surprised that you end up not needing that. Like, you end up thinking differently, and then a week later you're in a different vibe. Like, you're just out there getting it done. You're out there starting that YouTube channel or starting the business. Whatever that thing is for you, you may find that when you start adopting different mindset, when you start adopting a different thinking process and paying attention to how you're thinking and replacing and eliminating and adding things, you'll be surprised at all the crazy, amazing things, wonderful things that might happen. David Goggins said in his book, Can't Hurt Me, my mindset was killing my destiny. And that stuck out to me heavy in that book, because I've listened to that book many times. But that quote was like, wow, that's power. That's heavy. Like, right now, I just got a little chill from it. That's heavy. Your mindset, that's why it's talked about in every single religious book that you could think of. They talk about your mindset. Your mind is so powerful. What you think, you do become. And so I'm telling you, if anything I talked about in this series, you have to change your mindset. You have to start growing your mindset. You have to start paying attention to your thoughts so that you could tweak them, because even if you're not saying it out loud, you're thinking it in your head, So then those thoughts can be subconscious, and you want to get to the point where your mind is reprogrammed to think totally different. Now, when I think certain thoughts, immediately I have another thought to replace it. And you could start to do those things like I talked about earlier in the video. Don't say that you are BROKE. Say that I am abundant, that more money is on its way to me, that I'm in my season of overflow, that great things are happening to me, wonderful things are happening to me. I have my net worth and my network are always expanding. Say those things to yourself, and you speak them until you believe them 10,000%. And I swear to you, I am nowhere near where I know I will be, but I'm telling you, I'm much farther today than I was when I came into 2023. That's really all I have for you. This video wasn't supposed to be long or anything crazy. I believe I gave all the steps in part 1 and part 2. I really just wanted to take this video to kind of wrap it all up with a bow, and for you to realize that it all begins in the mind. It begins with your thoughts, and anything you want, you could have it. Anything you want, you could have. I don't know how to put it any other way. Like, it's so true, and I believe it in my core. I truly believe that now. I believe that I could have a great relationship, and I believe that you could have an exceptional one too. I believe that you could find the love of your life. I believe you have the ability to be loved and to love. I believe that the depression that is in your body right now, that it can be healed. I believe that you can be brand new. I believe you can change. I believe you can grow. I believe you could be the best version of yourself. I believe in you, and you have to believe that. I'm sorry. I told you when I talk to you, whoever you are, there is greatness inside of you. And this world wants to take that from you. This world wants to dim your light. And you have to believe 1,000%, that everything that's in your heart, everything that you want, you could have. And you have to believe and know that the things that are placed in your heart to do and to be and to become, they were put in your heart for a reason. And it is so selfish if you do not do those things. It is so selfish of you if you do not go pursue your dreams, because there is someone, even if it's just one, there is someone who needs that. And if you are too scared or too negative to get it done, you're keeping someone else from getting what you have to give. Because somebody else can't give the message like you can. Somebody else can't build that business like you can. They may have a similar idea, but they can't do it like you can. I did not expect to get emotional, but I'm telling you, if I, a person who would not cry, I would go to funerals and not cry. Someone who does not hug, who did not share her food. If I could change my mindset around things, that I could share what is in my heart and in my soul with you, that I could go up to you if I see you in public and you say, Alana, I watched you on YouTube, I will hug you. And it's not a thing now where I'm forcing myself to do it. I'm doing it because I want to. It's not a conscious thing anymore, because I used to consciously have to share. I used to consciously have to hug. Now I do it naturally because I changed the way I think. There's nothing wrong with sharing my food. There's nothing wrong with hugging people. There's nothing wrong with showing emotion. It's not weakness. And all these things I learned because I decided to think a better thinking thought. So you who's watching this, that is my challenge to you. What thought or thoughts can you change today? Write them down. Write down the IMBROKE, and then write down one of the things I said or something you have found, or even look up some affirmations online. If you feel like you are depressed, don't keep saying that. Don't keep claiming that. Yes, I may be depressed, but more is coming. I may be down and out, but I will smile again. There is hope. I do have a purpose. And start thinking those thoughts and think them to the point where you get chills. Like I said, where I get goosebumps when I'm talking to this camera. When I'm talking to you, I get goosebumps. And it's so insane because I feel like I never used to get those before. Like, not in the same way. So yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for this new year. As always, thank you for watching this video. I love you so much. God loves you so much. So much. And I pray that you have an amazing day. With all my love, Lana.